Hi guys, Plum is the ultimate all-in-one smart money app, helping you invest, save and manage your spending all through automation. The app's proved a real hit in the UK with over 1.5 million people using it, and the AI features have gained a lot of publicity. All of this has made me want to give Plum a try, and over recent months that's exactly what I've been doing. I've been taking advantage of the free trial of their paid plan, and now I'm ready to give a full review and share it with you guys. So I'm going to split this video into 3 parts. The first part is going to be a walkthrough review of the main features of the app. The second part is going to be looking at fees and Plum's membership levels. And the third and final part is going to be a pros and cons of using Plum. So let's get cracking with part 1. Plum has 3 main feature sets around, firstly, investing, secondly, saving, and thirdly, active budgeting. And we'll walk through the features in that order. So let's get out the app and let's start the walkthrough review. On the investing side, Plum offers 3 types of investing accounts: a ISA, a general investment account, and lastly a SIP for pensions. They don't offer a LISA, a lifetime ISA, and that's the only account missing here. But nonetheless, the accounts they do offer will suit most people. In terms of what investments they offer, what you can actually buy on the app, if we head over to the Discover section, we can see a bunch of stocks you can buy through Plum's app. And there's actually over 3,000 stocks available to buy. So you can see all the big companies here like Tesla, Apple, and Nvidia. You can buy all these big companies on the app. And that amount of stocks being over 3,000 is very competitive. It's a big choice, especially considering Plum is not just a standalone investing app. And I quite like how they present the stocks on the app. So they present the stocks in groupings. So you can see the popular stocks, clean and green companies, dividend income stocks. You get the idea. They split the stocks into groupings and it makes a good user experience. Plum also has over 20 funds available from the big asset management firms such as L&G, Vanguard and iShares. So if we use the tabs at the top here, you can switch between all stocks and funds. If I go to funds, you'll be able to see the funds again are nicely split by groupings. So we have sector funds such as tech giants. We also have thematic funds such as the Balanced Bundle from Vanguard. And finally, we have geographical funds such as the Japan Prime, which specializes in Japanese equities. So again, they have a good mixture of funds here, good quality funds, and the number of funds is very competitive compared to other smart money apps. They actually have more funds than Chip offers and slightly less than Moneybox. However, it's worth saying that there's much less choice in terms of funds compared to fund specialized platforms such as Invest Engine or Vanguard. These platforms are suited to those who want more fund choice. For example, on Invest Engine, they offer 500 plus ETFs. So overall, Plum has a good amount of investment choice, especially on the stock side with over 3,000 stocks available. But the big advantage of using Plum isn't looking at the investment choice. It's the neat automation features and the neat general features which accompanies this. So firstly, I really like how they provide education resources right at the top of the investing section. So you can see here, beginner-friendly guides to help you start investing. So quick-fire, short and snappy videos about key investing concepts. So there's a video about how to start investing, what is diversification, and so on. I really like this. They also have neat info when clicking on a stock or a fund. So for example, if I click on Tesla, they have a neat graph here showing the past performance, and they have all the information, all the stats you would expect to see. I can also add the stock to my favorites list by clicking on the top right star there. So I can save it again for later. I can click on the notification bell if I want to set price alerts for Tesla's specific stock. So essentially letting me know when the stock reaches a price I want to buy or sell. And if I go back and click on a fund, it's a similar case here. Again, you have that neat graph and all the stats, but you also have some additional information. So you have a breakdown of the top 10 companies in the fund, which is nicely presented. And then below that, you have a graph showing you how much the fund could be worth in 30 years based on past performance. So if you click on more info, you can see all the assumptions made for the performance of that fund. And this is quite neat as it positions investors with a long-term mindset, which is very important, as it's important to be invested in the long term to give your money the best chance of making a good return. And you can use the bullet here and scroll it along the bar to increase or reduce the monthly deposit and see what difference it makes to the value of the fund in 30 years time. And I do quite like this projection tool, as it actually brings substance to investing in the fund and makes you have a long-term mindset. If we go below again, there's some stats about the fund, and then below that, Plum encourages you to diversify further beyond just investing in that specific fund. So there's plenty of great information and great features around specific funds and specific stocks. And to actually carry out an investment, to place an investment, it's super simple. This is where the automation features come to the fore and really set Plum apart. You can automate the whole investing process with Plum, from Plum automatically selecting an appropriate amount to invest, to Plum investing in your pre-selected mix of investments, to Plum then monitoring and notifying you of the performance of the investments. And to turn on this automation, we simply head over to the brain to set up some rules to how much you should set aside for investment. So if we go over to the brain now, here you can set up some rules to how much money you should set aside. So you can turn on automatic deposits, and this is where the AI comes in. So Plum analyzes your income and expenses of your connected bank account and then calculates an appropriate amount to set aside and invest each week. And as you can see here, I can turn it on with the toggle. And I can also set how aggressive I want the algorithm to be based on my mood. So there's 7 types of mood, each with different amounts of deposits. So right at the top there, we've got beast mode with 75% more deposits. And at the bottom there, we've got shy mode with 50% less deposits. So this is neat, so you have some control over the algorithm. If you'd rather not use the AI and have full control over the amount you invest, the amount you set aside, you can also do this with the weekly depositor, where you select the amount you wish to set aside every week. So you have full control. And there's also a bunch of other deposit features here allowing you to set further rules to set money aside. For example, there's the naughty rule, which allows you to set money aside when you shop somewhere else, which you probably shouldn't, so your guilty pleasure places. There's the roundups, where you set aside your spare change. There's rainy days, so whenever it rains, Plum will set money aside. There's the 52-week challenge, there's the 1p challenge. So plenty of other features to help you set money aside and help you invest and save. Once you've decided your rules in terms of how you will put money aside, how much you will invest on a regular basis, all you need to do is pick what you want to invest in. So if you want to invest in individual stocks, you simply head over to discovering individual stocks through the toggle here. You then select a stock, so for example Tesla, you select to invest, and then you use the drop down at the top here to select whether you want to repeat the investment on a daily basis, a weekly basis, or a monthly basis, and then Plum will automatically invest based on the amount you have available in your Plum account. So it automates that investment process. And if you want to invest in funds, it's even easier, as you can use the splitter feature, where you decide how much will automatically be invested in each fund every time a deposit comes through. And you can also use this feature to split money between investments and savings accounts, and we'll come on to savings accounts shortly. So to do this, let's select a fund such as this one, select invest, and then here we set up the splitter. So here we decide the percentage of our deposits being distributed between each of the funds. And this is quite neat, as it just automates that whole investment process a step further. So overall, on the investing side, Plum has a good choice of investments, specifically, especially on the stock side. But it's the additional features, the AI, the automation, which is the real advantage here over similar apps and investment platforms. Now we've covered the investing features, let's move on to the savings features. Plum offers 3 types of savings accounts, each under the name of pockets. So to navigate to the savings accounts, we need to click on the pockets row here on the home screen. And the reason it seems Plum calls savings accounts pockets is so each savings account has a specific goal in mind. So for example, if I click on create a pocket, you are suggested different types of goals for your pocket. So for example, winter fuel fund, treat yourself, buy overdraft, future investor. So let's click on rainy day fund to see how this looks like. And let's say I have a goal for £500 in my rainy day fund. And here now you have the choice of the 3 different pocket types, 3 different savings accounts. So firstly, a premium easy access savings account. Secondly, a standard easy access savings account. And lastly, an instant access account with no interest. And it's important to note, only the top 2 have FSCS protection. Only the top 2 have interest. So I recommend only using the top 2 savings accounts if you are planning to use Plum for savings. And the interest rates of those top 2 accounts aren't bad, but they're also not market leading. So if you're looking for a place for your savings, then Plum is probably not the best place for you, given Chip has a higher interest rate for their free account, as does Shawbrook Bank, as does Synergy Bank at the time of recording. However, it's worth saying that with Plum, again on the savings side, you benefit from the AI features. So all the smart rules we went through for investing can also be used on the savings side. The smart rules are mainly around depositing, and then after you deposit, what you plan to do with the money in terms of investing or saving is up to you. The automation AI really comes in selecting how much you should set aside for investing or saving. And on the savings side, you can use the splitter feature again to decide which savings accounts you want your deposits to go. So you can set the exact percentage split between each savings account. And if you want to invest in funds and savings account, then the splitter can also do that. You can split your deposits between specific funds and specific savings accounts. So it really helps automate that process. So overall, on the savings side of things, Plum has some neat automation features to help you save. However, the savings accounts themselves are not market leading. Where the real value of the app comes in is where you use Plum to invest, to save, and use all the automation. So you use it as an all-in-one app, as the automation saves you a hell of a lot of time in terms of automating that deposit and investment order process. The splitter features, the automation features, these come in real handy as they're so convenient. So that's the savings features covered, that's the investing features covered, and the final feature set is active budgeting, which provides a lot of the same features as specific budgeting apps such as Snoop and Emma. Here you link all your bank accounts and credit cards to create one smart account that helps you control your spending and compare household bills. There's 6 main features with active budgeting. Firstly, the money maximizer. This is a powerful mechanism to ensure you're always earning maximum interest of the money in your bank. So here, Plum transfers money from your bank into their high interest savings account, holding it there for as long as possible to earn interest before then feeding a weekly flow of cash back to your everyday bank account to cover your spending expenses. And this is probably my favorite feature of the app, as it's a real unique selling point and helps you get the most out of your money. Secondly, Plum provides you an overview of your balances and transactions of all your connected accounts. And again, this is cool to provide a complete picture of your transactions. Thirdly, Plum compares your bill providers from the transactions as noticed in your connected accounts, and then provides suggestions to switch and save money. And Plum also provides offers for loan, credit cards and car insurance. So there's a bunch of great offers Plum provides in terms of bills and loan products. Fourth, Plum has its own cashback site, which provides a host of cashback offers. So you can get kickback on your major purchases from retailers such as eBay and Beer 52. So that's quite neat in itself. Fifth, Plum provides you with notifications to keep you notified of all your personal finance needs, all your transactions, all your bank account balances, and you can choose exactly what you want to be notified about in your profile. So if we head over to profile here, using the bottom navigation menu and click on notifications, here you can set exactly the notifications you want to receive. So you can select the bank balance notification, you can select the monthly look back notification, a summary of how your savings and investments are doing. You can select notifications about rule-based transfers, overdraft suggestions, energy switch suggestions, broadband switch suggestions, personal loan suggestions. So there's a bunch of great budgeting and money saving notifications you can get from Plum. And I personally really enjoyed using the bank balance update notifications, as every morning I get an update of my balances in my banks, and I find this just useful. I don't need to log on to multiple banking apps to get that. It saves me a bit of time. And the last feature associated with active budgeting is the optional Plum card. And this is effectively a prepaid card you can use to spend money on. So on the active budgeting side, there's 6 really neat features. And it's my opinion that when you use the combination of budgeting features in addition to savings and or investment features, you get the most out of the app, as the app can save you a whole lot of time in this case, from saving you time budgeting to saving you time needing to work out how much you can comfortably afford to save or invest, to saving time having to process orders and deposits into savings and investment accounts, to then saving you time in terms of having to keep track of your spending and monitoring investments. All of this can be covered by Plum's app. And on that note, we've now covered all the main features of the app of Plum, and we can see that Plum literally is the ultimate all-in-one money management app. So now I've covered the main features of Plum's app, it's time to take a look at the different membership levels and the fees associated with each of those membership levels. Unfortunately, some of the great features of Plum's app are effectively behind a paywall of a paid plan. And at the time of recording, there's 4 types of membership level. Firstly, basic, which is free. Secondly, the pro plan, which is $2.99 per month. Thirdly, the ultra plan, which is $4.99 per month. And lastly, the premium plan, which is $9.99 a month. With the higher levels of pay plans, you of course get access to more features such as price alerts and the money maximizer. And with the premium plan, you get a much bigger investment choice too, with access to 3,000 plus stocks, whereas with the free plan and with the lower membership levels, you only get access to 1,200 stocks. And with the free plan, you don't have any access to those funds. So if you want access to funds, if you want a bigger investment choice, you'll need a paid plan. And if you want access to the full suite of stocks, then you'll need the premium plan. So it's worth getting a pay plan if you want to use those additional features, as they may justify the cost. If you won't use those additional features, then you may as well stick with a free plan. So now we've gone through the fees and the features of the app, let's finish off with the pros and cons of Plum. So the pros of Plum are pretty obvious. Plum is fantastic for beginners and investors who want something low touch. They have fantastic, brilliant automation AI deposit features and automated investing and saving features. It's really easy to set up an account with Plum, to set up investment accounts, to set up savings accounts, which is a major plus, and the app is really easy to use as well. A last big plus of Plum is that it's competitive in fees too, especially if you're investing large amounts. Because the fee is a fixed figure, not a percentage figure, there's huge advantages here too. And the basic plan also has a number of good features being free, so they're very competitive in terms of fees. On the con side, Plum is not market leading for those who only want an investing app, as they have less choice than the likes of Trading 212 and Free Trade, and their fees are actually slightly higher if you want that big choice compared to those free trading apps. They're also not market leading for savings interest rates, so if you want a standalone app just for savings to gain the highest interest savings account, then Plum is not the one, as there's other savings accounts being offered for banks and Chip, for example, which have higher interest rates at the time of recording. And the last con is that Plum doesn't offer a LISA. So for those who want a LISA, who are looking to save up for a mortgage deposit, then they may need to look elsewhere for that specific account. But these cons are quite small compared to the large AI automation advantages. And overall, Plum can be considered the ultimate money management app. It's a budget app, it's an investment app, it's a pension app, and it's a money saving app, all in one single place. So Plum is great for those who are looking for an app to manage more than one general area of personal finance, because that convenience of having one app to manage your savings, to manage your investments, and to manage your money is awesome. It saves you so much time. And if you want to sign up and try out Plum, then I would greatly appreciate if you use the link below, as it would give me some kickback and really help me keep creating videos like this. So thank you for watching, and I hope this video helped